Frankie, how things go today with both your horses?
They worked really well. They did it. They looked really good visually. I thought they looked great. They were getting hold of the track. They galloped out really nice. I was pleased with them. They went a little faster than we wanted, but the track's playing really fast the last few days. I'd say the last 3 days. And, pretty much everybody's going 59 and change out in 12 and change. And I think, we went, a half mile and then went 46 and 4. I got them in out in 59 and 1, and then they went 3/4 and 12 and 1. But that's the way, everybody's kind of having the same kind of workout. And I thought they did it easy. Some people were we'll see how we all get judged on our breezes. But I thought they looked good doing it, and I was pretty pleased with them.
I've heard guys talk about maybe the track being a little different after some changes last year. Have you noticed much of a difference?
I think it's good. I'm not, I've liked it. I've been here quite a while. I came right over after the bluegrass, and I think horses are skipping over it. It's got a color like it had 20 years ago. I think it looks more like the old Churchill, and they're getting a hold of it. And they look good, but people, it gets cuppy on this and it gets that. But, it's Churchill Downs. The horse has to adapt to it. That's the way it's going to play, and you just got to hope your horse likes it.
What signs is Dornoch showing you that's going to make up the difference with the fourth place finish and maybe a first place finish on the Derby?
Well, last time he ran, it was unfortunate. A few things happened that cost us a little bit, I think. He reared at the start. People don't notice that because there was a starter ran behind him, and he kind of reared up and didn't break as fast as we wanted, and he got stuck in behind horses, and he kind of resented it. And, that storm came, and we shipped in 2 days before the race. And I think the ship kind of, was a little rough, got to him a little bit. And, we've been here long enough. He's acclimated. He's trained better going into this race. And he's fit, and he's doing good. And he come out of the bluegrass really good. And, he got a little hiccup after the Fountain Youth, and we missed, a little bit of training. And I'm really pleased with how he's coming into this race, and he's doing really good. And we just got to hope everything's good tomorrow, and we keep going forward, and hopefully we can get lucky.
That's right. With the shipping from Florida to Kentucky, you were dodging tornadoes, right? And you had to ship.
And we shipped in right on top of the race, and because we don't have Tex Sutton anymore, which is tough for horse racing. And I know there's been some guys. Hopefully one day we get the right ownership group back together and they could get a plane for us. But it does make shipping around a lot harder because putting them on the van and going 19 hours from one place to the other is a lot harder than jumping on the plane and getting there an hour and a half later. But that's everybody's in the same ballpark as we were. Maybe I should have left sooner and breezed once at Kingland, but you have to go back and can't relive it. You can just have to go forward and not make do it again. So we came over here right after the race, trained here, and he seems to get a hold of this track. I think both of them get a hold of it well. They both look good breezing. Both works we've had here I've been very pleased with. And like I said, they just went a little faster than we wanted, but the track's playing super fast. So it is what it is, and they look good and they cooled out good, so that's the main key.
Being a Louisville guy, what does it mean for you to be in this race with not one but two?
Well, heck, there's 3 of us in it this year, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of a Louisville affair. I mean, there's 3 trainers. Brooke Smith has part of Sierra Leone. So, I mean, it's, hopefully one of the Louisville guys win the race. We all grew up out here working. We all worked on the backside, me, Brad, we all grew up on the backside working. No one comes from a lot of money. It's, we all grew up, rubbing horses, grooming horses, walking horses, being assistant trainers, foremen. So it's, no matter what anybody says, if you're from Louisville, no matter where you're from, having a horse in the Derby is a big thing for all of us as horse trainers. But being from Louisville to have a few, Brad's got 3. He's got one up me every time. He just drove behind the golf cart. But it's just a blessing to be here. We have a smaller stable. We only have 30-something, 40 horses. So it's a lot harder to get here, and much as trying to get here every year is something we've been trying to do, and just to have 2, and it's really, really hard. So we're just blessed to be here and have to enjoy it.
How did you end up back here to begin with, and was this kind of the ultimate goal?
Oh, that's a long story, but my father was a jockey. He won the Oaks here in '73 on a filly named Bag of Tunes. So I grew up on the backside, he died when I was a kid, and then stepdad worked at the track, and I just came here 12 years old and started working. I think I walked hots for her grandfather, Blackie Huffman. Art Fisher was the assistant. That might have been one of my first hot walking jobs. I might have been 12. Pat was Huffman, and I think Ben he wasn't there. He was in school still. He wasn't on the backside working as much. the first year, but he came later. So we all worked on the backside. You know, back then everybody had summer jobs.
Yeah.
So yeah, just been here. I've kind of grew up here, and then started traveling when I was young. Did a lot, you know, went to Louisiana a lot, you know, and then ended up going to New York with Nick Zito, and kind of just stayed up in New York quite a bit for years, and that's how we ended up there.
Is this race kind of the ultimate goal for you?
Well, I think it is for every horse trainer. I mean, I'd like to win the Oaks because my father won it, but it's the Derby. It's every trainer's ultimate goal, I think.
2 Society Man questions. Talk about you sold your piece in him to a client. Dean Reeves, just comment on that. And then also the decision Frankie Dettori will ride the horse in the Derby.
Well, you know, Dean's one of my biggest clients. He's a long-term client. He's been with me a long time, and he supports me. And Patty and Dean, and you know, after he ran, they've been, you know, they obviously want to be in the Derby, and I'm blessed enough that I had a situation where, you know, I could bring them here with me. And you know, the other time when I ran the Derby with Tax, it was Dean and Randy, and I owned a piece of him. And it's just one of those things when you are fortunate enough to bring the people that help you get here along with you, it's a blessing. And I'm just excited that we can all do this together again, and hopefully we keep doing it in the future together, because they're big supporters of mine. And you know, I wouldn't be trained, you know, Randy and Dean are probably the reason I started getting away from the claiming game and into 2-year-olds, you know, because you know, you have to have money to buy them, you have to have owners that will give you the opportunity, and you know, they've given me the money and the opportunity to get where I'm at, and it's I'm just happy and blessed with all my owners. You know, Vito's supported me a lot at the sales this year, Balmore Racing and those guys. So you know, it's a big, you know, every one of them you need. West Paces, they have pieces of several horses with me, and it's just, it takes a lot of luck. But Dean and Randy are the ones that kind of forced me to, not forced, but talked me into trying to play this route to get us in this situation. And you know, we're back again, and hopefully we can keep getting lucky and be here together again.
So did Dean ask you, hey, Danny, will you sell part of your share? Or did he say, will you sell all of your share?
Well, we talked about, you know, the horse was broke at his farm. Jimmy Gladwell, and Nellie, and them, they broke him. And they always liked him at the farm. And, you know, Dean buys a lot of my horses if we like them. And he inquired about him after he broke his maiden, and I said, well, I'm going to run him back in the wood, and if he runs good, I'll sell him to you then. I said, let's see where he runs, and if he gets, you know, qualifies and can get the Derby, I'll, you know, sell him to you then. So he did. So that's how that all came about time. So we're just blessed him and Patty are here, and this is a big thing for Patty, and I'm just, she's a big supporter of mine, his wife, and she's does a lot of good things for me and helps me with a lot of things, and yeah, just to have them come along, it's great for all of us.
And you opted for Dettori to ride Society Man?
Yeah, I mean, Frankie's made it known he wants to ride the Derby, and we were lucky enough to get him. Took a little while, we had to wait, but you know, you understand, he's more, I'd have to say he's, you know, one of the best riders of all time. He's probably rode more 20-horse fields than anybody in the world that's riding in this race, because, you know, he's Royal Ascot, they're 30-horse fields all day long. So we're just blessed to have him. It's going to be fun, and it's good for horse racing for Frankie to be here. You know, it's going to be a lot of headlines. I think there's going to be a Netflix thing. They're coming to film him. There's a lot going on in Frankie's world, big. So it's just good for Churchill Downs, good for racing to have a celebrity, because he's a celebrity, you know, in his country. You know, he's like a movie star. So it's going to be a lot of fun for everybody to have him here, I think.
Can you imagine his famous flying dismount if at Churchill Downs for Saturday in May?
I know.
America's greatest race, if that would happen.
Well, yeah, but, you know, I remember as a kid watching one of the first derbies I bet a winner, Spend a Buck, and Angel did the dismount. So, and Frankie came over and was with Angel as a kid some, and yeah, it's a great thing to see, and hopefully we get to see it here on Derby Day one time. That'd be pretty exciting, and we're just happy that he's going to be here all week and sharing it with us.